W30 and operating frequency net control for the Two Rivers Savage Radio Club net. This radio net meets every Monday at 8 p.m. on the 146 frequency megahertz. WH3PD repeater, the Wayland Association. Membership in the Two Rivers ARC is not required to check in this net, as all radio amateurs are welcome. If you'd like information about the Two Rivers Amateur Radio Club, you can write to us at PO Box 2253 on PA zip code 15047. We're on the Internet World Wide Web, www.trarc.net. www.trarc.net. Radio Club meets are held on the third Tuesday of every month except August and December, starting at 7 p.m. at the Plain Hole Walter Fire Department, 409 Oxford Avenue, Elizabeth, PA. Before I open this time for check-in, is there an emergency or priority traffic at this time? Okay. Did anyone have listening of Silent Kate in your radio amateur that recently passed away? Okay, not heard. Okay. I'll be taking check-ins here in a moment. Please, when you check into this net, give your call sign slowly and phonetically spell out your call sign. Did you have any announcements or comments for this net? Okay, this time I'm looking you off. This is the Two Rivers ARC, which is checking into this. This is Whiskey, Uniform 3 Uniform, Kurt and Elizabeth, no traffic. W30C. Please recognize November 3, Juliet, Hotel Bravo. Jim and the keyboard. Good evening to everyone on the net, no traffic. Okay, got Whiskey Uniform 3 Uniform, and November 3, Juliet, Hotel Bravo. Are there any other members of the Two Rivers ARC Board of Directors wishing to check in? Okay, all right. Now I'm looking for stations that are operating mobile, portable, or antenna like any kind.
W30C. W30C, please recognize Whiskey America 3, Alpha Hotel Charlie, Antonio Seri, Pittsburgh. Good evening to you, Chuck, on those on the net. I have no traffic.
W3OC, W3PPD, portable and West Listen. W3OC. Here's KB3, BSD. Net control, recognize, Kilo 3, Charlie, Romeo, Oscar, John, Baldwin, no comments, no traffic. George. Okay, I got a couple in there. I got Whiskey America 3 Alpha Hotel Charlie. Whiskey America 3 Papa Bravo Delta Portable, Kilo Bravo 3 Richard Sierra Papa, and Kilo 3 Charlie Radio Oscar. Anybody else in mobile, portable, or antenna like any kind? W3OC. Please copy Kilo Alpha 3 Foxtrot Whiskey Quebec, Jeff in Greensburg. Good evening, everyone. W3OC. Recognize November 3 Daniel Alpha Uniform and 3 TAU Norman Ben, Westmoreland County, getting you checked and everybody on the net. Okay, thank you. I got Whiskey America 3 Alpha Hotel Charlie, with Whiskey America 3 Papa Bravo Delta Portable, Kilo Bravo 3 Victor Sierra Papa, Kilo 3 Charlie Radio Oscar, Kilo Alpha 3 Fox Whiskey Quebec, and November 3 Tango Alpha Uniform. Anybody else? Mobile, portable, right down to like anything. W3OC, this is recheck. This is Kilo Charlie 3, Tango Ocean Papa, George and Aspen. W3OC. W3OC, please recognize Whiskey America 3 Alpha Kilo Foxtrot, Marion, Westmoreland County, no traffic. I got Kilo Charlie 3 Tango Oscar Papa. Whiskey America 3 Alpha Kilo, I think that's Foxtrot. Okay, anybody else? Mobile portable right now, want to get it done. And there, okay, now we'll open up for jumbo chickens, and then we'll have like the chickens, that's a call out. W3LC. This is November 3rd, top of the CVS one. Second Vicksburg, hello, second over on the deck. WTLC. Here's Kilo 3, Hotel Indy Romeo, Merle and Elizabeth Patrick. Good evening, Cat. No comment. W3OC. Here's W3 Sierra, Yankee Radio. Bobby Radio. Good evening, Chuck. Good evening to the net. W3OC. Chuck, everybody on the net, no traffic. W3OC. This is Kilo Alpha 3 Kilo Sierra Papa, Jim and Carnegie. W3OC. This is KB3 VSB. Dan, Beaver County with a recheck. W3OC. Please call me Kilo Bravo 3 Oscar X-Ray Hotel Forward in Clark County, West Virginia. Okay, thank you. I got November 3 Papa Sierra Work. Excuse me. Kilo 3 Hotel India Radio. Whiskey 3 Sierra Yankee Radio. Kilo Alpha 3 Kilo Oscar Victor. Kilo Alpha 3 Kilo Sugar Papa. Kilo Bravo 3 Victor Sierra Papa. And Kilo Bravo 3 Oscar X-Ray Hotel. Anybody else? Now we're okay. Well, thank you all for taking the time to check on this evening. Hope everybody's having a decent day considering all the rain and everything else we've had here today, and kind of yesterday. I late to play. Thank you all for taking the time to check on this evening. I do have some a new line transmission keyed up on the computer, and some other general announcements and things like that. Couple of things to say. First of all, the next meeting of the Two Rivers Club is on April the 19th. That's at the Plains of Volunteer Party Park. It starts at 7 p.m. We have a guest speaker scheduled that night. Michael, A-B-E-S-O-C-H. Stuff like that. He's going to talk on constitutional and peace politics. And our meeting will come up at 7 o'clock. So you're welcome to come out for that. And of course, we have a business meeting. We usually follow that at 7 too. And also, our Facebook page on Facebook, Two Rivers ARC, has been updated. You can find pictures up there from the Hamfest. Very nice pictures of the Hamfest here we held on April 3rd. And by the way, if anybody's looking for the list of prize winners, you can find that information on our club website at www.trarc.net. Click on one of the down drop menus, and you can find the information on who the prize winners were. I could have done some last week, but there's a complete list up there, including the tour prize winners. Okay, let's see. Also, just a reminder, this week, the 19th, is the date that the FCC is scheduled to start asking for a fee for amateur radio licenses and things like that. So I would advise you, if you haven't done so already, to check the radio license, check the expiration date. If you're within 90 days of the expiration date, you can renew it online at the NCC ULS page. Or if you remember the ARL, you can do it that way too. I think WYYI, VEC also does it too, but I think there's a slight fee for that. So check your license and don't get yourself caught with your license running out. Okay, let's see here. Other things to come. Okay, let's see. This month, there's not a whole lot of AmFest in the immediate area, but the Pittsburgh Antique Radio Society has their Tri-Tape Radio Fest. That's on the 24th at the Center State Banquet Hall in Monaca, PA. If you're interested in vintage radios and things like that, they also have an auction up there too. And there's usually people up there selling parts and electronic parts and things like that. It's a good place to find out about antique radios if you're interested. That's on the 24th. But there's a lot of information on their website, www.pittsburghantiqueradiosociety.org. Coming up in May 1st is the Pittsburgh Marathon. That's race day. They're looking for amateur radio operators to help with the communications. You can sign up at marathon.central.org. That's marathon.central.org. You can try the phone number 412-401-8348. Ask for Jeff, 412-401-8348. Also in May 8th, we have another ARES communications event called the Pink Walk for the Cure. It's in Shepley Park. I think it's a Saturday, I believe. Let's look at the calendar. If you're interested in that, Bob ND3Q is the contact person. You can usually find Bob on Wednesday evenings on the Allegheny County ARES that meets at 9 o'clock on the 14709 repeater. And this slide, June 4th and 5th is what the next schedule was here in this area. That's the Breeze Shooter AmFest at the Big Butler Fair. That's from Rock 422 at Project PA. More information should be on their website, www.breezeshooters.org. Okay, of course in May 20th to the 22nd is the Dayton Convention up in Xenia, Ohio. A lot of hands in the air and go to that either 1 day, 2 days, or even 3 days. So it's a great thing to go to. I've been to it many times in the past, but not recently. And that's coming up on May 20th through the 22nd. They have a nice web page information on that. Do a Google search to find that information on that. Good evening, 8:15 p.m. As far as I know, the Northfield Amateur Radio Club is still having a raffle for an ICOM IC705 HF 6-meter, 10-meter, 70-centimeter, 10-watt transceiver. Limited amount of tickets. I think it's 300, I think. If you wish to find out about that, take a look on their website. It's the NHAC.org/raffle. So, might take a look into that. I don't think there's anything more I can think of here that's coming up at the moment. So, and by the way, if you're interested, the May issue of QSD has arrived in my mailbox today. I think it's a couple weeks early, but there was information that came out last week. The ARL apparently was going to have some trouble with printing. But mine arrived in good shape, is we have another event that meets on Wednesday evening. It meets at 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday evening. It's called the Tours ARC Cabinet to get a chance to run a group over there for some general chit-chat and a little bit of fun. It's not, and we're like here, like this net, it's more informal, so get a chance to join your group over there. That's on Wednesday night at 8:30. Okay, all right, let me switch over. Let's see what news line got tonight. It's W3OC. Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2319 with the release date of Friday, April 8, 2022. To follow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The following is a QST. Two hands face criminal charges in the U.S. and France. The FCC clarifies its new license fee. And get ready for World Amateur Radio Day. All this and more as Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2319 comes your way right now. From around the world, this is Newsline, Amateur Radio's first independent multi-air news and bulletin service. Now reporting from Charleston, West Virginia, here is Jim Dammer in a TNW. We begin this week with two stories about amateur radio operators charged with using their licenses for criminal purposes. The first story comes to us from Jeremy Booth, G4NJ8, and concerns a radio amateur in France. The French radio amateur was found guilty of making threats, insults, and homophobic remarks on the air. Has been sentenced to a year in prison, suspended for 2 years, and put on probation, according to various reports in the French media. He was also ordered off the air and to pay a fine of €5,000 and further pay compensation to two plaintiffs. The man, who is 65 years old, was identified only as Gerard in the news reports. His call sign, which he had apparently used on the air to identify himself, was not provided. The Court of Versailles sentenced him on Monday the 28th of March. The complaints against him included both death threats and a false report of someone's death. He had been arrested a number of times going back to late 2020 when his radio equipment was seized, but according to news reports, he then went on to purchase yet more radios. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jeremy Booth, G4NJH. Meanwhile, in the United States, a man charged earlier this year with using the airwaves for criminal activity is back in the news with new charges filed against him. So, in the KB3TZB has the details.
Richard Wagner, the Erie, Pennsylvania radio amateur charged with making false threats and bogus weather reports over the air late last year and earlier this year, faces new charges of again using the airwaves for criminal purposes. According to a report in the Erie Times News, detectives in Erie County filed charges on Tuesday, March 29th, saying the radio amateur used emergency frequencies in late March to make threats against witnesses, victims, and a judge who had presided over his earlier criminal cases. Richard Wagner's call sign is listed as N3BWG on TRARC. Meanwhile, all but 2 of the 37 criminal charges in those earlier cases had been dropped on March 3rd, and the bond money holding him in prison was substantially reduced. In the latest development, detectives claim that Wagner made the new threatening transmissions over frequencies used by the County Emergency Management Office and the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency. He was arrested and placed in Erie County Prison on $175,000 bond and now faces charges of false threats and retaliation against a prosecutor or judicial official. For Amateur Radio Newsline, XLMB, KB3, CZD.
In the U.S., the Federal Communications Commission has clarified its new application fee based on the next month. Stephen Kinford in AWD has the details. If you're looking to upgrade your U.S. amateur radio license, the FCC's new $35 application fee will not apply to you. The Commission recently clarified the circumstances under which the new fee will be applied when they take effect on April 19th. The FCC said that upgrading license classes or changing club station trustees are exempt from the fee. The fee does not apply to any changes of email address or postal mailing address either. The fee will be applied, however, for new licenses, renewals, rule waivers, or new vanity call signs. Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm stepping in for WB. Connections between amateur radio operators in different parts of India proved especially useful for one group of hands reunite a lost man with his family. John Williams, VK4JJW, tells us how it happened. Amateur radio operators reunited the man from Kolkata, India, with his family after the man went missing last year while taking his parents on a trip to Kanyakumari, a coastal town on the southern end of India. Hands from the West Bengal Radio Club, who have a long track record of success in solving missing persons cases, were contacted recently by the man's father, a retired customs officer in his 70s. An account in the Millennium Post newspaper tells how Amrish Nagviswas, BU2JFA club secretary, worked with amateurs in Chennai to track down the missing man. The hand circulated a photograph of him that was provided by his parents, searching for their son on their own without luck. According to the newspaper story, on Friday, April 1st, the man was seen on the street in Kanyakumari. The photograph was taken of him and shown to his parents. Only his father recognized him due to the son's changed appearance. The father reported that the son had been prone to depression the past several years. Once his identity was confirmed, the man was taken into safe custody at a local police station to await his parents' arrival. Amrish Nagviswas told the newspaper that amateur radio operator Devdata Mukherjee, BU3JXA, was going to accompany the father when he went to retrieve his son. Kanyakumari is more than 2,000 kilometers from Kolkata. For Amateur Radio Newsline, John Williams, VK4JJW. Hands around the world will be marking Monday, April 19th as World Amateur Radio Day. Global Friendship. This is the date which the International Amateur Radio Union was created in Paris in 1925. President was Hiram Percy Maxim, who was co-founder of the American Radio Relay League. Hands will be extended the spirit of friendship by doing getting on the air. One such event will be the event being held on the Enrollment Conference Note 53109 at 1300 UTC April 19th and ending at 0500 UTC April 20th. Other events can be found on social media platforms with the hashtag World Amateur Radio Day. Hands in the U.S. are attending an important workshop on hurricane preparedness, and experience sessions can be available on YouTube afterwards. Randy Sly, W4XQ, has other updates. As hurricane season moves in along the east coast of the United States, amateur radio operators will be able to train for hurricane preparedness during a free workshop being held virtually on Monday, April 11th. The workshop is taking place during the National Hurricane Conference, with various sessions being held from 10:30 a.m. to noon and from 1:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Topics include the importance of surface reporting by ham radio operators, an overview of hurricane management, a look at the VOIP hurricane net, and best practices in Skywalk. There will also be a presentation of the Salvation Army Team Emergency Response Radio Network, known by the acronym SATURN. The workshop will be held on those who are unable to attend or miss the workshop altogether can view everything later on YouTube. The workshop may be virtual, but hurricane season is not. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Randy Sly, W4XJ. Sorry for you to identify your station. We are the Amateur Radio Newsline, heard on bulletin stations around the world, including the Record on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, where more than 230 repeaters and simplex modes rebroadcast our broadcast. Let's keep your eyes picture. This is an exciting year for amateurs who are active in the Summits on the Air award scheme. We hear what's going on from everyone at 5 LP. Just as hounds in the Summits on the Air award scheme rise through the tier of awards to increase their standing, so too the award scheme scaled new heights. For the past month, Zurich has been marking its 20th anniversary in England and Wales, the birthplaces of the program. which now has more than 24,000 participants on all major continents. During April, SOTA management team member Tom Reed, M1AYT, will be operating special event station GB20 SOTA from the summit of the cloud, which is designated as G/MT-015 in the SOTA award scheme. Additional special event calls will be on the air throughout this year as hams in Northern Ireland, Scotland, and the United States mark the occasion. The celebration kicked off last month with summit activations by GW Association Manager Roger Dallymore, MW0IDX, under the GB2 OTA call sign in Wales. 3 commemorative certificates will be available. Branch Radio Newsline, Ahmed Durant, DD5 LP. Information over ongoing delays. Applicants for Brazil's amateur license are applying even more pressure on officials. Jeremy Booth, G4NJH, brings us that update. In Brazil, the long wait has become even longer as applicants waiting for their radio amateur license report that at least 6 months have passed in some cases, and they're growing impatient. Brazil's National Amateur Radio Society has asked Anatel, the nation's regulator, to act promptly and resolve the delays for the waiting candidates. The group is asking the regulator to modernise its computer system and standardise processes across all of the Brazilian states. The amateur organisation known as Liga de Amatores Brasileiros de Radiomissão, LABRE, believes the system incompatibility has resulted in long waiting times that have discouraged candidates from seeking licenses. The Brazilian amateurs' latest plea comes in the form of a petition following unsuccessful attempts at progress during meetings held in person as well as remotely between LABRE and Anatel. The petition can be seen at the website that appears in a text version of this week's newscast. It's in Portuguese with a Google translation to English available. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jeremy Booth, G4NJH. In the world of DX, be listening for Antonio Tony CU8AS, who will be active as CQ84AS from Forest Island between April 13th and 19th. He's using the prefix CQ84 to celebrate his 84th birthday. Be listening on 160 through 10 meters, where he will be using mainly CW with some SSB, USL via HB9 CRB or LOTW. Listen for Pat N2IEN, Ray W2RE, Lee WW2DX, Rock WW1X, and Lori KB2HZI, who will be operating from Tortola, British Virgin Islands, using the call sign BP2V/N2IEN from April 10th through the 16th. Be listening on various bands and modes. 3 radio operators, VK3HJ, VK3QB, and VK6CQ, will be on the air from Norfolk Island using the call sign VK9NT from April 14th through the 25th. Listen for them on 160 through 10 meters, where they will be using CW, SSB, and FT8. QSL via M0OXO. Look for Max DK1MAX to be on the air between April 7th and 20th from Burkina Faso as XT2MAX. He'll be operating holiday style using CW and the digital mode. With QSL via EA5GL. For our final story this week, we recognize the fact that for some CW enthusiasts, the joy of a successful QSO can be music to one's ears. Jim Meacham, ZL2 BHF explains. If you hear Chris Rio sending CQDEZL4RA in his latest YouTube video, don't ask him what gear he is using. You're better off asking what key. Could it possibly be C major we're hearing from him? No matter. Chris is using his fingers instead of his lips because he's not in his shack. He's demonstrating CW on his electric guitar. In the video, we hear a response from Adam K6ARK, a California amateur
who shares Chris's enthusiasm for another ham radio pursuit, Summit on the Air. Chris and Adam exchange signal reports, with Adam using a more conventional and non-musical instrument of CW. Then, just like that, it's all over. Fine business. Chris shared his musical experiment, as well as the video, with friends on the social reflector and apparently found a symphony of support. In fact, Brian, G8ADD, confirmed he'd also tried the same thing once with his clarinet. And Ron, DJ3ASW, suggested having a go with bagpipes. Whether the next instrument is wind or percussion, one thing is certain. It's sure to be a concerted effort. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jim Meacham, the L2BHF. With thanks to the ARRL, CQ Magazine, Daryl Scott, WX4QZ, David Dion, K7DB, DXWorld.net, the Erie Times News, Facebook, CFCC, Lagra, Lloyd Colston, KC5FM, QRZ.com, the Millennium Post, the Radio Society of Great Britain, the Solar Reflector, Southgate Amateur Radio News, shortwaveradio.de, Mobile Tips, India, YouTube, and you, our listeners, that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. You can write to us at newsline at mobiletips.org. We remind our listeners that Amateur Radio Newsline is an all-volunteer, non-profit organization that encourages mobile tips news operations. If you wish to support us, please visit our website at arnewsline.org. And know that mobile tips you all. For now, with Karen E. Murray, KD2GUT at the News Desk in New York, and our news team, Mobile Tips, Jim Danley, MATNW in Charleston, West Virginia, saying 73. And as always, we thank you for listening. Mobile Tips. The Newsline is copyright 2022, all rights reserved. Mobile Tips. Mobile Tips. Good evening, 8:34 p.m. Mobile Tips. That concludes this week's Newsline transmission. Okay, I don't have any more traffic running, so we'll take some late check-ins. Did anyone else like to check in with that phone call? Mobile Tips. That control. That control copy. K3SJ. Mobile Tips. Kilo 3C. Juliet Lima. No comments and or traffic. Mobile Tips. Okay, Kilo 3 triggers your pin Lima mobile. Okay, Sean, how are you doing? Thank you for checking in. I hope you're mobile tips. Okay, mobile tips. Mobile tips. There's KCMI, John. It's John in Finleyville. Evening, Chowkey, the Internet. Mobile tips. Okay, K3, Mike India. Anybody else? Mobile tips. Mobile tips. And at this hour, I got 20 check-ins. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time to check us this evening. And everybody has a good week. And mobile tips, too. And if I don't talk to you before Easter, wish you and your families all a very, very happy Easter. With that, with mobile tips. Thank you all for taking the time. Good evening. This is W3OC, also on W3O. Mobile tips.